welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Face shave again, daily shave, and yesterday's shave was a cracker even though I did struggle with the straight razor. It wasn't the straight razor struggling, it was just struggling to get through my tough hair without any prep. So straight razor shaving would essentially be something I believe you have to prep your face for because the blades just aren't as sharp as what I'm using today, which is the Feather Artist Club. So if you're going to use a straight razor, I think you're going to have to prep your face with a little bit of hot water. You're going to have to soften your beard up a bit, no matter what really. On a daily shave, I'd probably get away with it. I'd probably actually get away with a daily shave today with a straight razor, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my Artist Club. Going back to my roots of where it all started, this is the very first tub of soap I ever bought as a wet shaver, a traditional wet shaver, or when I joined this sort of hobby, started all out, when I had my 99R, whatever it was, Parker 99R, Proraso green, mentholated eucalyptus soap. I've had this for 4 years, June 2016 when I bought this, so June this year it'll be 5 years old. It still smells exactly like it did the day I bought it, and hopefully it still performs as well. I have soaked it for about quite a while now. Now this soap isn't the best performing on the market. In fact, if I'm honest, it's nowhere near, but it's a damn good soap. The brush for today I've got soaking in my Rexton, or Port Rexton Brewing Company glass, is my Strike Gold Shave, turned by Matt Martin, who used to be brush guy. And the knot in here is a 25mm rhodium knot. So there is the brush, there is the handle. The Matt makes some absolutely stunning pours. This one was polished up again by Serjan over at Rhodium Knots. He did polish the handle. There was a little mark on it, but it's like brand new. And there is a 25mm rhodium knot, hand tied in Australia. Here we go. So I'll just go straight into the soap. As you can see, I've squished this soap down. It comes like a sort of, I don't know, like a little squirt sort of thing in there. So I squished it into the sides. It used to come out the tub as well. It no longer comes out, which is good. And fingers crossed, what's that I've got in here? A little bit of fluff. Just going to dip the tips. Now this is a soap that I have never ever had an issue lathering. Now it doesn't make the densest lather, it doesn't make one of those really creamy sort of artisanal, you know, Ariana Evans, Noble Otter, Heritage Hill, you name it, Barrister Man. It doesn't make that kind of lather, but it does make a very nice lather that works very well. So there's the brush loaded. I'm just going to scoop the excess out of the tub, which there isn't very much of. I do have a movie playing in the background. I think it might be too loud. I'm just going to turn it down. Right, here we go. It's been nice. I actually quite enjoyed getting back into the videos again. I have been very close to shutting up shop with YouTube, in all honesty. Well, not shutting up shop, but just stop making videos anymore because it's time consuming, and it's, especially, I used to use it, not use it, but it used to be a real release for me when I was struggling mentally. And thankfully, for the last sort of 3 to 4 months, I've been doing really well mentally, so better than I've ever done, I believe. So I haven't felt like this has been my outlet and my release. I haven't really needed it. So I'm doing this now just because I enjoy the hobby, which was part of the reason why I did it, but really it was just to get on here and talk rubbish to a bunch of people that I don't actually know, and it works. I mean, yes, you still get the odd abusive message, and I've definitely got my haters. You know, I get my thumbs down every video. It's thanks very much. The fact that you showed up and gave me a thumbs down, thank you. Oh, sorry, I should say thank you. I learned a long time ago and everything. You can't please everyone. I like to think I'm a pretty easygoing guy that gets on with most people, but you can't please everyone. Not everyone's going to like you, no matter how hard you try, and you shouldn't try that hard. They'll either like you or they won't. I like to think most people get on well with me, and I get on well with most people. Work's always the hard part, especially when you're in a job where there's promotions and things like that going on. That's when you find out who your friends are, or who actually likes you. Now you can probably see there that it is quite an airy ladder. It's not a dissipating ladder. I always sort of end up with this type of ladder with this soap. But it's not a terrible ladder either. It's a very, very nice ladder. I think that. I'm just going to dip the tips. I'll dip the brush and just paint just a little bit of water in. And it's just a little bit dry. I think that's really helped it just that. I mean, look at that. You see the shine on it? They say the shine is part of the slickness sort of factor of it. Now, this soap is pretty slick. It's nowhere near as slick as some artisans, but yet it's very, very glossy. So it's just a minor thing, the gloss. It just looks nice. I mean, that looks brilliant. You see the gloss there now. Right, here we go. With the Feather Artist Club stainless steel chevette, or disposable blade, straight razor, whatever they call it. There is the Feather branding down there. Feather, and on this side we have got Made in Japan. Now this is an excellent shaver. I haven't used it for a long time, and I'm talking months. Probably November. I'm around February now, so looking at least 3 months. So here we go. Hopefully I don't slice myself to bits. I'm pretty sure I've got a Feather Super stainless. Feather Super. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know. Feather Super. The most aggressive, sharpest blade they make for these razors. Switch hands. I know I'm out of practice because I'm leaving a lot of soap everywhere. I was getting better with this, leaving soap about. But hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to get back into the swing of things. I do have the carve ready to sort of, when I've had enough, I'm not going to push this shave. I'll go as far as I can go comfortably where I feel like I'm still in control. Oh, it's nice and cool. Oh, it's really cool. And there's loads of residual slickness there. Of course there was a bit of soap on my face, but loads there. Right, let's get lather 2 done. You see there, there's just loads of soap. And I think I might have a little weeper on my neck, I think. I don't know, it might just have been a red mark, a red blotch. So once again, it's not a super dense lather, but it doesn't dissipate and it's very slick. I mean, it might be dissipating ever so slightly, but not enough that it bothers me. Right, here we go. Across the grain from left to right. Give the old ear a tug. Puff the cheek out. Oh. Couple of weepers there. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get a perfect shave. I mean, if I'm honest, I've never had a perfect shave from a shavette or a straight razor. I've had good shaves, but I've never had a perfect shave. Right, let's do it all the way down this time. Using a very, very light touch. I'm trying anyway. It's not as easy as it looks. Let's say not as easy as it looks. It probably looks horrendous me using it, but it's certainly a lot more difficult than a lot of people make it look on YouTube. I'm not one of those people. I know that shouldn't be a bad weeper, but for some reason it just wants to keep bleeding. And as you can see, there's definitely enough hydration. Sorry, there we go. I keep going too close to the camera. There's definitely enough hydration in that lather. You can see the blades are cleaning off just nicely. Set that to the side again. I'm just gonna empty this sink out. I have just realised something which I'm not a fan of with Proraso, and that is the soap scum it leaves. And I do remember that it leaves a shit ton of soap scum in your sink. And if you've already got terrible water, then the soap scum is quite bad. so far, so good. I'm doing okay. I'm coping and surviving. This soap is pretty cool. I don't mean pretty cool as in groovy cool, I mean it's quite cold. It does have menthol in there, the eucalyptus as well. And then you've got the sensory sort of coolness of the menthol and the eucalyptus. I will say I've got just here, it feels quite tight, my skin feels tight. I wonder if I've either cut myself or it's irritated to the point where I'm going to suffer after this shave. This is the side that I normally struggle with. Just with my left hand. I'm doing this as well, and it looks a bit mental, but it actually helps to stretch all your skin back, so it's a little bit tighter as you're actually shaving. Yeah, for whatever reason, I've got sort of 4 weepers there. I've now got one in this side. Right, let's try a bit up against the grain. Switch to my left hand now. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, I will probably do nearly a full pass again just with my carve. Let's have a feel and see how I actually did. Oh, that's lovely, that's really nice. On the neck's nice, and just a little bit there. Around the lips. And there is always, I've always got this little bit here that goes against the grain, but I think overall, that's a pretty good effort for me for the first time in months that I've used a straight style razor or a Chevette. More so the Chevette because the blades are extremely sharp, especially the Feather Supers. I got up this morning, got a nice little surprise again. Liverpool got beat 1-0 again, was it 2-1? Can't remember, but they got beat at home again. Woo! But Man City won, so 3 points behind Man City. They've got a game in hand, so it could potentially be 6 points, and I'm pretty sure it will be 6 points. The carve Christopher Bradley razor with the A plate and the super stainless, the spoiler. Let's just finish this off. Tell you what, the soap is actually performing way better than I thought it was going to. if you can hear how little feedback there is there, it gives you a bit of a indication as to how well I've done with the feather. I knew there was a bit around the chin, which I've pretty much picked up now. And that, I can't have asked for a better shave than that, really. The reason I chose to use the Chevette today for work was because we're still in lockdown and I've got to wear a mask. So what better time to cut yourself up when you've got to cover yourself up as well. Yeah, really happy with that. I'm just going to rinse into the sink out, rinse the soap scum away. Like I say, that's a major downside for me with Proraso. It's a very soap scummy silk. Just rinse the brush out. To be honest, there's not much blood. There's very little blood actually. So overall it's been an excellent shave all round from the Chevette, from the feather and also the carve. And the silk performed very, very well. I can't really grumble at the silk. It was slick, it gave enough protection, and I've had a great shave with it, so I think that's great. So certainly, still a soap I recommend. You know, you pick it up, I think you pick it up in Australia for about $20 for a tub, I think it's 5.2 ounces of soap, which I don't know what that is in grams, but 5.2 ounces is a lot of soap. You know, you struggle to get through that now. I keep forgetting to open this door. It really helps with the camera picking everything up and keeping the brightness good. So no doubt the video quality's been shit again. There we go, beautiful. Let's give that a bit of a flick and we'll go through what I've used. I'm just going to finish off now with some Codex Skin Superfood. So I normally just wet my right hand, keep the left hand dry, get the tub, the tube which looks like that, Codex Skin Superfood, squirt the cream onto my left hand which is dry, rub them together with that little bit of moisture on my hand. And there we go. So that was Proraso Green, the first soap I ever purchased back in June 2016, almost 5 years ago. It's the same tub and it ain't going anywhere. I'll probably keep this and use it until it's all done, but there's loads in there. Obviously all the artisan soaps I've got now use way more than this, but this is a great performing soap that smells great, it's fresh, it's cooling, it's just fantastic for summertime, which is still pretty warm here at the moment. Oh, the brush, as you saw at the start, is my Strike Gold shave turned by Matt Martin. This was a gift from Strike Gold Shave, Frank over at Strike Gold Shave, and that knot there is a 25mm 2-band silver tip rhodium knot, and it is absolutely superb. Just a beautiful brush, very comfortable, very ergonomic, and as you've seen, it makes a great lather even with a pretty standardised type of soap. The razors for today were the Feather Artist Club, which is a brilliant razor, really, really good. Very sharp blades, and once you get a touch for it and you get a good feel for it, I've done really well with that today, I'm very surprised. Once you get a good feel for it, it gives you really, really good shaves, as good as these things can, double-edged razors. This is the Carve Christopher Bradley razor with an 8 plate, and the super stainless, the spoiler Gillette vintage blade in there. Stunning little razor. This is a 3.25 inch handle, which is optimal for me. I wouldn't go any bigger than that for me personally, and the 3 inch handle is just a little bit too short I find, so this one is spot on. Still waiting on titanium, still waiting on more aluminium. I don't know whether they're going to happen, I don't know if, when, why, who, what, where, but hopefully they get released at some point, because I mean, titanium and aluminium, really they'll be the two best razors for me, far better than the stainless because of the weight reduction. Corex Skin Superfood, there's not much left in here. This is 75 mils, 2.5 fluid ounces. It's lasted over a year. It's about 14 or 15 months I've had this tube and it's still going strong, so it's a very good quality product that does last, and definitely worth having in the den or in the shaving or in your routine at any point, even if you're not a shaver. For women, it's fantastic. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a good couple of days for Man United, it's been a good couple of days for work. The lockdown has made my job a lot easier. Hardly anyone turns up to actually look after them on the trains. I think we had 30 people on the trains last night. So for a 10-hour shift to see 30 members of public is quite relaxing for us. It gives us a bit of a break because it's normally hectic and full on. And with that, I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, pop them down below. The giveaway video is still coming. I just haven't got around to it. It will get here eventually. I'll hopefully get that over the weekend, as I said before in my previous video. And with that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.